Airports. If you've been lucky enough
Joeseppi video! Airports in a nutshell.
to travel internationally or have ever been on a plane, you've most likely passed through an airport at least once in your life. And boy, are they an experience. Now, I first need to mention, if you have a flight booked super early in the morning, like 4, 5 a.m, everything is glorious. Sure, you have to wake up early and all, but you have that brimming excitement that it's the day of the trip. Peacefully driving through the night, dark, empty roads, you reach the airport, it's basically empty, and you're through and waiting for your plane in no time. It's seamless. Mwah! Perfect. But if, like most people, you've booked a flight in the height of the summer months, at the weekend, peak travel time, you may have just signed yourself up to hell on earth. So
Why?
you've bought your tickets for your big summer getaway. You've done all the prep. You've gone out and bought yet another pair of shorts as part of your holiday clothes shopping, even though you've got 4 perfectly fine pairs at home from previous years. You've somehow managed to wrangle all your clothes into your suitcase. And
Actually, I don't buy new clothes. I still have the same swimsuit from like 4 years ago. That's the only thing I use. And it's not even like a swimsuit. It's more of like... It's more of like...
made it to the
It's just clothes I can wear in
So when you step through those revolving glass
like
doors, the
One
first thing
Piece?
you have to do is,
No,
of course,
even worse.
check in.
It's even worse. I have like the swimsuit that you need to use when it's covered your whole legs and your whole arms. Like it's a shirt with long sleeves and then pretty much like fucking yoga pants, and that's what I wear for when I swim because I don't like the sun on me.
Dreaded moment when you look across all the airline check-in desks. Most of them are pretty bare. And yours
Not a diving
is
suit,
rammed.
it's just like...
Now, if you've already checked in online and you're just travelling with a singular backpack as hand luggage, lucky you smart ass. But if you have a suitcase like the majority of us, get in line, buddy. Snake queues everywhere. I mean, I mentioned these little buggers in the Conventions in a Nutshell video, and quite literally said this: the snake queue. We've all experienced one at some point in our lives. Reminiscent of any airport, it's the classic back and forth queue design. Very space efficient. It's just a part of the experience, stuck behind so many people. Families, elderly people, families of elderly people. But when you do eventually make it to the front of the queue, and you now resemble the pensioners that were in front of you, you hand over your passport, and that moment we all know too well.
It's so scary. No matter what, whenever I give my passport, whenever I need to fly or something, I get unbelievably like high anxiety that something is gonna go wrong. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get, I don't know, I just feel like
hold your passport
everything's gonna be wrong.
Your face to check the resemblance. Now, what do you do in this scenario? If you're anything like me, your passport photo was taken 7 years ago and frankly, looks nothing like you. So I kind of stand there and try and subtly make myself look as much like the photo as possible.
Nah, because like I hear stories from other people. What is the worst airport story that you guys have heard? Like 100% like holy shit, like nah.
Moving my hair around a little bit, like that would make any difference. Well,
8-hour delay, bomb, explosion,
that was merely the beginning. Next is the suitcase weighing. So different airlines offer different maximum suitcase weights, so I guess the plane doesn't get too heavy and, I don't know, fall to bits. And even though I know I've used one of those weird gravity scale things at home before I left, and I know for a fact my suitcase is way under the maximum weight, whenever I drop that suitcase on the conveyor, I feel the hot sweat coming on, like a middle-aged woman going through the menopause. I mean, nobody wants to be that guy whose suitcase is way over the maximum weight. Then you're forced to either pay
Mura, you are insane
to add some extra weight, or humiliate yourself by sitting on the floor and removing items from your case, hoping you've just gone under the max weight. And also, what is with those signs on the check-in desk that list the items that you can't have in your suitcase? Now, this would be fine, but they always say no firearms or explosives. What is the point of that? Just a list of the most obvious things to not pack in your suitcase.
True.
Oh, silly me, let me just remove this RPG from my suitcase that I didn't realise I couldn't bring with me. Well, when your case is hopefully under the weight requirement and your firearms are put aside, you stand and watch as your suitcase disappears through that little flap into the abyss as you salute it. And you just have to trust them that it gets on the plane. That suitcase could be heading anywhere for all I know. And can I just add, thank God for e-tickets, because if you still had to print your booking confirmation physically, it would be lost within 5 minutes. So you finally conquered the check-in desk, the queues, the passport check, the bag weight. You've got your boarding pass. Don't lose it. But trust me, that is nothing, because next, the most dreaded part, security. Now, despite the name, as I approach, I am feeling anything but secure. You take one step in the room, guards everywhere with sniffer dogs. And in the UK, they carry guns. Not the sniffer dogs, the gods. And unlike you US viewers, it's not every day us English folk see a, how do you say, firearm. I mean, the only time I see these things is in video games. There's even more snake cues, machines making random noises. Before you even get close to the action, it's already
Oh my god, there's this one time my backpack went to the sensor thingy and it went to the place where they had to like hold it, and I was just like, hello, my bag got hold. What happened? And then they said, oh, and I was like so fucking scared. I was like, oh, apparently I had a fucking water jug. Motherfucker.
Intimidating. And if that's not scary enough,
like, damn, bruh,
is far from simple. There are so many steps and rules. So when
why do you fucking scare me like that?
The first obstacle, the trays before the metal detectors.
No, water jug, a water bottle, I guess.
Have to go separate. Then it's liquids of 100 ml in another place, in a plastic bag. Empty your pockets, sign here, chunk of hair here, swab your mouth here. It's all so overwhelming. Then you're rushing because there's 700 people behind you. And I don't even know where I stand on the clothing.
I always travel so light, and I put everything in my like luggage
now they don't.
thingy.
Well, your belt has to go in, and sometimes your jackets do, but sometimes they don't. And
oh yeah,
do,
I also like whenever I go places, I just don't wear a shirt and be like, no, I can't remove my jacket. I don't have a shirt. So it's either the RNG that they're gonna be like an asshole to me and be like, no, remove the fucking hoodie, and I get embarrassed in front of all these strangers, or be very nice to me and be like, oh, okay, that's fine. And usually that's how it is. I never had to remove my jacket ever because I always say like I don't have a shirt under, so I can't. And they always just let me go.
I honestly
John, after the
clue.
Prime!
To be honest, I just stripped fully naked to be on the safe side. So as all your prized possessions sail away in tiny grey trays, it's
not a gamble. They're not gonna let me strip in front of everybody. There's no shot.
These bad boys are designed to make the strongest willed man break down.
Now I'm trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight.
Now it doesn't matter if I've gotten rid of every trace of metal on me, removed fillings, taken out hip replacements, have 0 drugs on me, not even a packet of polos. When I step through those things, they will always go off. These things are metal detectors.
It has never gone off for me, ever.
Detectors. You walk in, make that stupid pose, and then without fail, beep, beep, beep. Everybody looks at you like you're some sort of dangerous criminal. Over to this side.
I've never had it fail on me.
Get violated. Now, just to get serious for a second, fun fact about me. I actually have an orthopedic heel in my right shoe under my foot because I have a lifelong condition called being a loser. But no, I have sadly been cursed with a condition called scoliosis. So whilst your spine looks like this, mine looks like this. Thankfully, it doesn't impact my life too much, and most people wouldn't even realise I have it by looking at me, but it does mean I pretty much have to constantly wear a little chunk of rubber tucked under my right heel to straighten me out.
Join after they're not giving us up.
Well, airport staff seem to love it. Without fail, it is taken off me and put through a special detection machine for closer inspection. Like I'm Pablo Escobar, smuggling a wad of Colombian snow in my sweat-soaked orthopathetic heel. And even though I know, of course, I have no drugs, I panic and start to look so guilty that I actually start to convince myself that I am smuggling drugs. And let's just be honest for a second. In a universe where I was a drug smuggler, why would I humiliate myself by putting drugs in an orthopedic heel? That's not cool at all. I'd put them somewhere way cooler, like up my bum or something. And you know what I said earlier about putting liquids in a clear bag? Make sure that you have checked everything. Because if you leave anything over 100 ml on its own, or any aerosols, your bag will be separated and swabbed. Then you really do look guilty. You'll get pulled into a side room and interrogated because you've left half a Capri-Sun on its own without a plastic bag. But once you've made it through the detectors, dodged an international drug trafficking list, and re-obtained all your possessions, if security is hell, the next area is a heavenly place, duty-free. So simply put, duty-free is just a store.
But aren't they like super overpriced?
With no VAT. So everything is way cheaper. And you'll know.
Wait. I thought it was the opposite. Wait. What? Oh my god, I thought it was the opposite, so I'd never buy from here. I've always thought that it was like, oh my god, it's so fucking expensive, so I never bought.
Know when you've made it to duty free because the air reeks of a weird mix of all the popular fragrances rolled into one.
Oh my god,
weird, expensive stink cloud. What I imagine Jeremy Fragrance's apartment smells like.
True.
People don't know that I'm not wearing underwear.
Male models' faces all over the walls, with fragrances you've never even heard of, but who cares, because everything is so cheap. Sunglasses, sun cream, aftershave, neck pillows, M&M's, weirdly everywhere for some reason. You can buy
M&M's is so,
bottle
like,
of Jack Daniels for about £5.
so
Duty-free
popular.
is truly the alcoholic's paradise. Stock up, buy gifts for friends and family, and then you have every English bloke rushing to buy
John
CDs
Afro
in
with the
bulk to sell to their
420.
mates down the pub.
My friend Super Mighty enjoys your content.
Thank you, Super Miney. Thank you so much. Thank you, John.
Make a cheeky profit like they're Alan Sugar, if Alan Sugar promoted lung cancer. So once you make it out of duty free, you are a free man. The rest of the airport is yours to peruse. There's even more shops to explore. But don't be fooled. Whilst duty free is cheap, not everywhere in the airport is
True.
too. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The obligatory airport Burger King can be double the price, so stay vigilant, travellers. And some of the stores in airports are
XQC?
so weird.
PSP?
I don't know about you,
Zoil?
but when I
Wait, what the fuck? E-Rob. Kai Sanat. Oh my, this photo is crazy. Wait! That's me! Wait! Wait! Joeseppi, what the fuck? Joeseppi! No, wait, dude, I love your videos so much. Wait a minute, Andy's react. Wait, you know? You know? Listen, okay. Listen, listen, man, listen. I love your videos, okay? I love your videos. I see you in Zoil's chat a lot. Dude, okay, listen. They're good as shit. Look, it's me! What the fuck? Oh my days.
airports are so weird. I don't know about you guys, but when I pack for a holiday, I already have all my clothes prepared in my suitcase before
Same.
I come to the airport. I mean, sure, the odd hat or a pair
Oh my god. The one time I've never did that before, where I just put people in the I'd seen react as a thank you. Really? Dude, that's sick as fuck. There was one time PSP had 5 minutes left to go and check in to the fucking plane, and motherfucker, we were still in the train. Oh my god. In Japan. It was so fucked. It was so fucking fucked. We were in the fucking train switching stuff. Oh my god. We were switching shit, literally switching our luggages, like doing this and doing that, doing this and doing that, and whatever, and etc. It was fucking insanity. It was insanity. Oh my god, I never want to do that again. I never want to ever like experience that shit again. One, it's so fucking embarrassing because people saw my like clothes like out in the open. Two, it was so embarrassing that two luggages were so big in Japan and everybody's like so clean and everything, and then having like these foreigners, like, you know what I mean, like foreigners being in the train, like messing everything up. Oh my.
glasses. But why is there a JD selling a full Nike Tech Fleece tracksuit in the airport? I mean, I know it's England and all, but come on. I'm not just going to whack that baby on whilst I'm walking around the beach in the 30-degree heat in the Costa del Sol.
Joeseppi with the prime for 2
have
months!
slightly reduced prices and all, but come on. You have to be a different level of wealthy to just casually buy a Rolex before you fly. So amongst relaxing and doing some shopping, you're only next.
Guys, are people actually that rich that people like actually go to the airport and then buy something like at a Rolex in those Rolex stores in a fucking airport? Do people actually do that? Wait, people actually do that? I have never once saw somebody like actually buy in that store ever in my life. In my life. You haven't done that? Okay. Shut the fuck up, Dick Cheese. Your laptop is sideways to work as a second monitor. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Next big challenge is your gate number. You'll have to wait ages for it to appear on one of the many various screens. These screens will be your best friend until you board
Third
the
monitor.
plane. Now, this wait can be
Okay.
pretty boring, so sit around,
Okay.
eat some food, have a drink, and why not sit and look at some of the planes taking off and landing? Hey, you might even see the one that you're gonna be on. Funny story about this.
Dude, I remember when back in it, this is such a niche thing. Nobody knows about this. Only like a few. Like, only like, I don't know. Nobody here probably like remembers. But back in the day, years ago, I went to Japan and I decided to stream an inner live stream in the airport. And I'm just like I was like, I was like, guys, look, it's my plane right there. It's my plane. And stuff like that. I was like going like that, dude. Oh my. And then I was just like whispering to the fucking I had this notion that like there's nothing wrong that would ever happen to me because it's only a few viewers anyway. So it's like, nah, I'm gonna be fine. So anyway, I was like whispering to the fucking camera. I was like, dude, imagine if I made a bomb joke right now. Fucking hell, I'm such a fucking dumbass.
So when I flew to Amsterdam a few years ago for TwitchCon, I knew it would only be around a 45-minute long flight. So as I sat down near a window and waited for my plane to roll in, I was met with horror as I realised it was one of those dinky propeller planes.
No! You know what I've been doing recently? I have been like searching what plane it is beforehand. Dude, I swear to God, I have been Googling like, okay, so this is the Boeing fucking 737. Boeing, scary. But you can't do anything about it. Most fucking airplanes are from Boeing, so.
It doesn't help when you see them pumping up the tiny rubber tyres and using their iPhone flashlights to check the underside of the wing and the propellers that rattled as they spun.
Yeah, I checked the plane layout too to get the seat like, oh, so this is the seat, this is where I am, okay.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, after everything I'd seen,
What did you say? I did the bomb joke when I was on my way to Spain. They wanted to kick me out, Sag. How dare they, dude? How fucking dare they? What? Damn, dude. Yo, they need to chill out.
Didn't even think the plane would make it off the runway, never mind making it to Amsterdam. The flight was of course all okay. I mean, I did get a little bit nervous and repeatedly chant "I'm going to die" to myself over and over again when I saw the propellers bend and the fall until I looked to my left and realised a little girl had overheard me and she burst into tears. And Flybe, the airline that I flew with, no longer exists. But anyway, eventually.
I've never heard that airline before. Uh-oh, that's so fucking scary.
Your gate number will appear. Usually it's when you're in the toilet or one moment where you're not looking at the screen. And of course, it's the furthest gate away. So you trek halfway across the airport.
True.
And of course, the distance to your gate can vary depending on the size of the airport you're in. Yet again, Amsterdam's airport, Schiphol. Fellas, I pray you never, ever experience that airport. Being the 4th busiest in Europe, it is gigantic. It is far too big. I mean, there was screens telling you how long the walk to your gate would be, with some of the times being over 25 minutes. Just to walk there. In Schiphol, you need to take a flight to get to your flight. A truly hellish experience. They do have a cool clock though. Wow, look at that. There's a little man trapped in there.
Working on a weekend like usual.
Wait, is that real?
Working on a weekend like usual.
Anyway, you finally
finish
your mammoth expedition and make it to your gate. You sit down, let out a sigh.
Fuck you guys, I really thought it was real. Oh, it's pre-recorded.
Relief as your legs throb. You can finally relax as you take a glimpse over at the screen and realise the gate has moved. It happens every single time. And just a tip, if you are ever in a French-speaking country and your flight has a delay, never read the word out loud. So when you eventually make it to the right gate, if you can still stand, you hop in the queue and everyone starts boarding. First, the people in the fast twat queue, then the other commoners. So you slowly edge towards the front. Don't worry.
Guys, are you one of those people who go immediately or you wait? I don't like waiting. I don't know what it is. I would rather wait in line than wait sitting down and seeing everybody board and then I'm not there. I would rather just wait and go immediately. I can't do the wait thingy. I can't. I've heard stories of like, oh my God, you're getting kicked out of the thingy because, no, I can't. I want to be, also, I hate asking people to move so that I can sit in my window seat. Oh, hell no. Fuck that shit. I hate that shit. I go immediately. I don't want, I get the window seat always. So I don't want to ask. I don't want either. They either oh my God, they either don't stand up, so I have to move my fucking ass and it's like in their face, or they have to stand up and move and it's just awkward as fuck and I don't want to do that shit.
Nothing else can go wrong now. You hand the kind worker your passport, they scan it, hand it back to you, give you a big smile, and they say, enjoy your flight. Where you then reply, you too. Oh, you idiot.
Oh.
Why did you say that? She is not getting on the plane with you. You fool, as you relive the moment as you walk down the air bridge. But who cares? Congratulations. You've conquered the airport. Go forth, young Padawan. Get on your plane. Sit down and revel in the experience of 3 screaming babies, someone ripping a fart, no leg room, uncomfy chairs, and mediocre food for 4 hours. And isn't it funny that there's no Wi-Fi on board, but the card reader that charges you £10 for a small tube of Pringles works just fine. But remember, you may have made it through one end, but there's always a second on the other side. It's like the airport you came from in your home country, but on hard difficulty. It's usually much hotter, and you don't understand a word anyone is saying.
Deme doesn't know the legroom struggle. That's true. I don't. I really don't.
The guards are usually bigger, scarier, and sterner. But thankfully, arrivals is much easier than departing. There's just one last step before you can enjoy your vacation. The baggage collection. The conveyor of death. You sit.
Guys, I have a question. I've never had a layover flight. In a layover flight, do you have to recheck in your bags, or do they do it for you? Do they do the bagging thingy for you, or do you have to get the bag and oh, it's auto? It depends. What do you mean depends? How do you know if it's depending?
Wait and wait and wait. It seems that everyone else's suitcase comes out before yours. And even though you paid extra for your case to go on first, all that means is that on the other end, it comes out last. But eventually, you see it. Your suitcase. It's emerged from the darkness. It's survived the abyss. It slowly moves ever closer to you. You reach out your hand and miss it, so it has to go around again. But then, you grab it. Finally, you are a free man. Go and enjoy your vacation. You deserve it. Then, you look at your watch and realize it's 10 minutes until your flight home because a week has passed whilst you're waiting for your case. Sure, airports are a pain. They're hectic. They're stressful. They're tiresome. But you know what? Sometimes they're nostalgic. The airport can be the host of that energetic pre-vacation excitement, knowing you're traveling to a new and exciting place that you've never been. And I always recommend traveling with friends. It makes it all so much more
I've
fun.
never traveled
Sometimes
with friends that much before
yet
in my life.
Cracking jokes and laughing as you make memories on the trip of a lifetime. Having that early morning coffee or that late night £65 Burger King. Sure, airports are a bit of a challenge, but once you're living it up in the sun, climbing a mountain, or seeing the wonders of the world, it makes it all worth it. Except for Schipul. And with all of that said, wait, Dave, what are you doing here? This is kind of, you know, my line. Mate, did you not watch the last video? I'm doing head reads from now on. You've missed a lot. I met a bloke here anyway, and he gave me this device on my wrist that lets me time travel, and I added a teleportation module, and blah, blah, blah. All right, fine. What are you doing here anyway? Oh, me? I'm off to Benidorm, mate. What about you? Oh, me? I'm heading to the desert.
That means it was you at some point?
Bitch, I'm about to blow up! That's a J. Cole song. It's a J. Cole song. Allahu Akbar!
Fuck, man! Bro!
I'm trying to get my energy back.
Yeah. 100%.
Are they gonna...
When I try to get my energy back, all my personalities start talking at once.
I feel that.
Oh,
I feel that.
bitch, I'm about to blow up! That's a J. Cole song. It's a J. Cole song.
The fucking thumbs up!
Allahu Akbar!
Nah, man, that shit is crazy. Like video. I want to comment. Rare Demenishki comment. As per usual, Joeseppi relatable video. I'm gonna put a YouTube thingy. Absolute banger. W nails. That's good. That's fire. Is this fire? Debbie did the orange angry face, but doesn't match. I think it's fire. I got an exclusive 15 this. Oh, speaking about ads, I finally got an ad for YouTube. Oh my god. I'm gonna be having like I'm gonna talk to my editors about it, but they didn't give me the details yet. Comments deleted and user hidden from the chat. Take that back now. Take that back now! Take that back!